What's up, guys? We're here in Atlas Empires, a free-to-play mobile game that is releasing October 5th, and we're going to go over the 11 different troops, one per video. This is the Axemen video. So this game is very similar to Clash of Clans. You're going to be fighting in base structures similar to that. So you take a look. This is a enemy player's base, Spartan. So someone designed this base, and we can go in there and attack it. We have 10 of our Axemen set up. This is the very first troop that you get. You start the game off with a capacity of 10 in your army. The big difference in this game is that the attack time is 2 minutes, and that also any troops that survive combat will actually stay in your army and can be used again right away. The Axemen, they attack the nearest target, so you can see we place them down, and they kind of split off. The mortar is the enemy of the Axemen. The mortar will do splash damage to everything in a small radius, but it can only hit things that are far away. So when you're up close and personal with the mortar, the Axemen will shred it. Oh, so close. Oh, it was actually a double kill. So the tower killed the Axemen, and the Axemen ended up killing the tower. If the arrow tower would have lived, it would have ended up shooting off and killing off all the Axemen. You'll notice there's a button up in the top left that says retreat. If you click on that button, you will actually leave the enemy base, and all the troops that are still alive on the map will stay alive, and you can use them again in your next battle. Another thing to note is that this game, the training time of troops is very quick and easy. So a training time for an Axeman is only 10 seconds. I believe the longest training time in the game is currently set at 30 minutes for the dragon, but most training time is under 5 minutes per unit. There's also speed up timers that you can get in-game for free, so you can earn these by finding treasure chests out in the world and completing objectives. So they really allow you to play the game rather than wait 2 hours to train an army. You also have spells, which we'll cover those later on. And they do take up some army spaces. So right now we can jump into the battle, and 3 of our Axemen actually survived that battle, so we have an army of 3 left. If we click on the recruit, you can take a look at all of the other troops that are available in the game currently. There's 11. And the Axemen fall off pretty hard, pretty fast. So if you are familiar, these kinds of troops are kind of just a basic grunt meat shield that you'll be using every so often to fill out your base. They have a very fast train time, 10 seconds. The damage per second, or damage per hit in this game they list it as, is 14. That doesn't actually mean damage per second, so that's just how much damage they do per hit. You'll have to get used to each troop and figure out which ones you like the best. But overall, in my opinion, the Axeman just doesn't cut it, and you don't really want to upgrade this troop. You'll notice we'll do another battle in about 30 seconds here and show you kind of why the Axeman just doesn't work. And this is against like a level 2 base or a level 3 base, like a very, very basic, simple base. So we have 15 seconds left. So alone by themselves, they are not that great of a unit. Even in a big party, I don't really like them that much. The only plus that they have is that they take incredibly quick to actually recruit, and they cost very, very little. So 5 gold coins. When you level up the troop, interesting enough, the cost to recruit them will go up. You can see this bar right here. This bar will fill up as the troop levels up. The troops can go very high level. I believe it can go maybe to like level 20 or so. I'll show you my other account that actually has, I believe, a level 10 Axeman, and you can see the stats there. I would not recommend leveling the Axeman up, though. After doing that in the beta, I realized that they kind of suck, and it just wasn't worth the resources. So here we have the level 10 Axeman and the stats. So HP went up to 90. Damage per hit went to 38. The recruit cost jumped up significantly here to 50. And it's interesting to note that there's still a significant amount of recruit cost that is still available to be increased. So the max level, we don't know what max level is currently on the units, but I'm guessing it's probably like level 20-ish or so. And it's going to end up costing about 200 or 300 gold to recruit an Axeman at that level. That's not that much, though. Once you get high enough levels, you'll take a look here. The resources that we have 457,000 gold, 316,000 lumber, and so forth. To scout the enemies, it cost 300. But overall, just the stats were really lackluster, and it's not worth the resources, in my opinion, to upgrade these Axemen. But to each their own. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think the Axemen are great. Have you leveled them up yourself? What strategies are you using? Alright, so we have enough troops now filled up. Let's go scout an enemy base. And you'll see, they will not be able to beat this base. And this is a very basic, very simple base. The 2 archer towers and the 1 mortar are decently positioned. And they're just going to die. They don't have enough DPS. They don't have enough life. It's just not strong, so you cannot beat that base. Next up, same thing. You cannot beat this base with 10 troops, with these 10 Axemen. It's not going to happen. The mortar is in a well-defended position. The archer towers are just going to shred your troops, slowly but surely. So this is like a level 1 base. We are low levels, and you're already seeing that the Axemen are just like, can't do much. So even here, we'll show you here, the mortar is far off to the right. We're going to attack on the left-hand side to show you that these 2 arrow towers will most likely end up killing all 10 of our Axemen before that even reaches the mortar. So we're going to drop them over here. We need to try and attack the arrow towers, so we're going to go up in the top. So the only thing later on in the game is they serve as a distraction, a meat shield, a diversion. So if you have other troops, other ranged troops that you want to keep alive, you can jump in, throw some barbarians in front of them, and then they can just soak up the damage. But you'll notice, I mean, I think we're down to our last, like, 2 barbarians, or Axemen. Yep. See, we were down to 1, and we are dead. So all 10 of the Axemen just got shredded by those 2 arrow towers like it was nothing. And that was, I believe, a level 1 and a level 2 arrow tower. Those aren't strong towers at all. Anyway, that does it here for the troop video on the Axemen. You can get more troops by opening up treasure chests out on the world. So let's see if we get a new troop here. Nope. Or by going to these witches. So if you see on the map, there's a card dealer. And I call her a witch because she looks like a witch. She will give you a free card every 8 hours and then slowly but surely cost gold coins to buy more cards. So it starts off as a free card and then it goes to like 10 gold coins and then 25 gold coins and 50 gold coins and 100 gold coins and 300 gold coins and so forth. So the cost rises exponentially up to hundreds of thousands of gold coins for 1 card. But you can get a refresh of her every 8 hours. And on the map right here, you can see there's quite a few. So there's 3 within a few blocks of my location currently. And that is very common. What I found walking around the game in the world is finding that the witches are spread out, but there's a good supply of them. And that's how you're going to collect all of the units. You also collect spells by walking around. And so say now we want to put the heal spell on. So we put heal spell on our army. And that's going to take up 2 army slots. So we could end up having 8 barbarians and 2 heal spells. Or 1 heal spell. So the cool thing is that you don't actually have to train your spells. Your spells just get equipped. You find them in the world map. It doesn't take an hour or 30 minutes or 2 hours to train a spell. You can use multiple spells in one battle as well. So this spell will do healing per second, 10. Duration, 7 seconds. Cooldown, 20 seconds. So it means every 20 seconds you could drop down a spell as long as you have them in your inventory. So we'll show off one more video here in 30 or so seconds when the Axeman has fully trained, and show off the heal spell with the Axeman. So everything is freely movable, just like Clash of Clans. If you played any of these kind of games, these town builders, you definitely should be familiar with this kind of setup. And this is currently in the beta build, so things might change a little bit, but the game is going to release in a few weeks, October 5th, in most regions. So check for it on the App Store, the Google Play Store. All right. 8 Axemen, 1 heal spell. Let's see what we can do. Alright. So you always want to try and take out the defenses first. We're going to probably try on the top left here and attack that first arrow tower. And hopefully they just move down and kind of avoid. Because if we go on the top right here, we have to kill these 2 structures. So let's try this. And then let's drop down the heal spell. So the heal spell has ended, but now we are close enough to the mortar. So the mortar, oh no, the mortar is still attacking us. The mortar shouldn't have been able to attack us. We were way too close to the mortar. And unfortunately with that, all said and done. And as I told you earlier in the video, the mortar just shreds the Axemen and is something that you definitely want to be careful of. The mortar shouldn't have been able to attack that close of enemy troops, but it happens sometimes. Anyway guys, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. We'll take a look at each individual troop, and then we'll talk about strategies in the future about how to combine them together. Because on their own, no one single troop can just dominate bases. You definitely need to use a combination of troops to attack and win this game. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, guys.